I plan on saving this live. I'm not going to wait for anyone to come on. We are going to start right away. So hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rita and I'm the cooking nurse. And today I am craving grasshoppers, which I'm going to cook with you. I know when you watch the video, of course. Right now I'm speaking alone, there's no one on the live, but I plan on saving it, and I do not want to be there blubbering, oh let's wait for others. They will find us wherever they find us. So how are you? If you've already joined, I say to people on the live, we are going to just start right away. And yeah, you found when I was done introducing myself, but welcome. So I have my pan on fire there. If you're waiting to see the bump, I can see your face. Anyways, so I'm going to put in my grasshoppers. These are washed, and like I've washed them like 3 times. Yeah. So after putting them in, I'm going to go on ahead and add in some salt on top. There's a, oops, double dipping. But anyway, it's going to beat me. So there's a live chat button, it's a plus. You can just tap on it. So we are going to let this one be cooking as we go on with the banter, yeah? So I'm going to turn the camera back on me and then say hi to the 7 people so far that have joined live. So I've been wanting to rant for so long. If you don't know, I have 2 kids. I know some of you already know, of course. I have 2 kids, and in my mind, I said, I'm done having kids. I'm not gonna do this again, yeah? I now have a life, you know, I started gym. I was taking my life a little bit serious, you know? So, July, I think I'd just come back from Zanzibar, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to take my charge of my life. My friend is so fit, like she's older than me, but she puts on a bikini and you're like, wow. So in my head, I'm like, the next time we take a vacation, which is going to be this Saturday, the next time we go out together, I am going to look bomb. We even started a challenge of 100 sit-ups per day, yeah? And then God in heaven was like, oh no, man, let me first check. Is my live chat on? How come I'm not seeing any messages coming through? Are you guys trying to like chat and nothing is happening? Or anyways, like the live and share with your friends. You never know who would want to tune in for some banter. So the grasshoppers are cooking and they're starting to turn, you know, brown. So I'm just going to be turning them. I'll show you just in a bit. So anyways, back to the story. Oh yeah. Chat is good. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. You can, you know, tap on the plus sign and then join the live chat. And then, yeah, you can even ask questions concerning the grasshoppers, yeah? Okay, maybe the pregnancy too, since now you know. So, July, something happens and I ask my husband, he's like, I'm not sure. I'm like, you shut up, by the way, you don't speak. Because, yeah, I'm one of those people who are not on family planning, and then somehow I expect a miracle. Yeah, because I'm careless like that. Anyways, July comes, my period comes. And then I'm like, cool, we are good. All along it was implantation of bleeding. If you don't know what that is, immediately after fertilization, the body, the fertilized thing, it comes into the uterus and there's a bloodshed. It's called implantation of bleeding. You will go about the anatomy and the physiology later on in your free time. But yeah, it happened. And I was like, yeah, I'm safe. We go again. August. Yeah. The period came in August. So September, I went, that August time, I had bought the period panties to try them on. And then I realized I had bought the smaller ones. So I was like, okay, next period, I'll buy the bigger ones. So I went back to the supermarket, I shopped. Right now, as you see me speaking, the pain in my heart is that I have 4 packets of sheer pads in my house and 2 packets of period panties seated there, waiting for May. Oh God, he couldn't even hold on. No. Anyway, so I wait for my period, it's not coming. No, this is not how this works, okay? It doesn't go like this usually. So I'm like, okay, rarely do I have like pregnancy scares. So one time we are walking from the studio home. I tell my husband, let's get me a strip from this place. And we passed by the, where are these period panties? In the supermarket, like where to get them? In the supermarket, they are 6,100 in Carrefour. They are like Pampers, but for the period, overnight. I had seen some influencers saying, oh, they are so good, you know, and then I was like, okay, I'll try them on. Now they are seated, but I can't give them to you, okay? So we buy the strip, I go home, and immediately I rush to test. The problem is, I tested on the wrong side. Then we continued to walk to town to get bread. Then we came back and I found it wasn't, you know, it hadn't read. So I'm like, first wait, did I test on the wrong side of this thing? It's been long, 3 years, man. So I test again, and it's positive. Like, it did not stutter. It did not wait at let me first hold on, wash your face, and then collectively put myself together and show you. No, it did not stutter. So I go on the door and I'm like, "Wait, soko je, saga ya kunumia mtu soko jola yuka na akantu." So he's like, when so tuweba kitunabira abancha yunga ni kugendo bila byensha itawano. So he comes and he looks at them, at the lines. So the lines are like 2. And then he tells me, on the packet, it says they're supposed to be so close. This one's a little bit distant. It cannot be, by the way. Anyway, so I sleep on it. I was panicking. My heart was beating. I don't know if anyone ever talks about it, but pregnancy and childbirth kind of takes you like back, like 3 years back. I had collected myself in the 3 years. I had all these dreams coming my way. I had plans of going back to school. I had been saving, and everything was okay, seemed to be going the right way, yeah. And then here I was in prison again for the next 3 years, bro. Anyway, early in the morning, I'm talking kunyumize. I started going to the gym, yeah? Remember, every day I would take a selfie. I started losing weight. I was getting it together, okay? So I would come back home, no appetite. I would sleep immediately after gym, like real sleep, yeah? So let me turn here so that the people who are also here for the grasshoppers can see the progress. You see they've turned a little bit brown. Let me get more paper towels because I don't know where my other towel is. And then I'm going to. So on this stage, we do not pass in molawo, like a spatula. You want to keep on doing this so that they do not mash up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat this, but I got them with my hard-earned money, and I'm going to keep them until the appetite comes back again, just in case they refuse to show up fully. Anyways, so I would come back home from the gym, and I don't have appetite. The house is smelling. They would like use soap, detergent to like clean the house, and I'm like, why is the house smelling like this? Get it together. Why do you have to use soap? Is it a must for you to use soap in the house? And then the kids would come home, like put on their clothes, and their clothes have fabric softener. I do not know a single thing that smells worse than that. So in my mind, I'm like, but why is it like this? Anyway, I would eat food and then go and vomit it. And then in my head, I even told my husband at some point, I'm like, my body is complying. My body is complying. I'm going to the gym. Appetite has, reduced. I am vomiting almost whenever I eat food that is fried. So my body has now rejected the food which is fried. I'm doing a good job for myself, okay? You know, I've just turned 30 and I'm supposed to be getting myself back, okay? Kati munange kumacha after the 18th of September, I go, gweseka day gweseka. I call my friend. She works at Malcolm, Nigeria. She's a midwife. I will not mention her name because she's going to castrate me, but she's such a good midwife. So I call her and I'm like, yo, something is not right. She laughed. She's like, okay, you come. I went direct and told her I want to do an ultrasound scan. I don't want to see the doctor. There is no consultation. He's not going to ask me anything. I'm the one who's going to give him the information today. So please do what I'm asking for you to do, which is an ultrasound scan. I want to confirm. Sent you. So she's like, no. She's like, anyway. So we go in and there was a small person just there, parasite, like, you know how these minions be? It's just there. For it, it's cheating. Putting orders. You're not supposed to eat this. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed... When it was in its peace, you know? And I was like, so, truthfully, I contemplated termination. And I was like, I really wanted children. I still want children. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, the minion. In my head, I'm like, but when is the right time to have the second one? Now, fun fact, I am not such a religious person per se. Another turn, because again, when you're doing senen or grasshoppers, you have to keep there and keep on checking them. Different people have different ways of doing it, but for me, this is my way. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, I thought about it. I was going to tell you a fun fact about my life. I have spoken about things and their timelines, and they have happened exactly when I said I wanted them to happen in those, say, timelines. Yeah, I wanted to do my introduction and giveaway when I'm 25, and it happened. I never had dreams of a wedding, and it still did not happen. It may happen soon, but if I did not think about it, guys, like the live, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. So it did not happen, but it's going to happen because I didn't want it like really come fast. I wanted my child when I was 25, and it happened a month, like slightly after I turned 25. My second child, that one I planned it. I was like, immediately this child turns 2, I need another one, so that they grow together and I'm like out of the rat hole, you know. And when Sky was 1 and 3, I conceived. 9 months, he turned 2 like today. 3 days later, I gave birth to the sister. So I was like, okay, like my plan was that when I turn 30, I give birth to another child. And then when I turn 34, going to 35, I give birth to another child. So those are 4. 1, I wanted to avoid the complications that come with a vacant uterus, you know, the fibroids, those so many other things, the growth that happen because your uterus is vacant. I'm a nurse, by the way. So I thought about it and I was like, if I could avoid this by spacing my children from 25 to 35, then I have a small time before I hit menopause. So, like, you know, I had planned my thing, but when I gave birth to 2, reality hit me and it was like, are you serious? Are you like a serious person? Because I don't look at you and think that you're going to manage any more children. So when this happened, I looked at it and I was like, I should terminate so that I go on with my school, so that I go on with, you know, my life, get back to the gym, get a flat tummy and everything. And I don't know, maybe it was good, or maybe he had even given up on me as a collab. Somehow I slept and my mom was like, but you wanted 4 kids, so if you terminate now, so do you really want to be in labor 37 and 40? Like, your bones are going to be like, and now your child has like, risk mom, elderly. So I thought about it and I was like, since they say God's timing is the best, let us go with his. I'm going to trust him to really pull through, okay? And again, termination pain is literally the same. And then there's the guilt that you have to live with. So I had 2 weeks, to get round my mind, wrap my mind around the facts and keep going or go with it. And yeah, I called my midwife again and I told her, so we are good, we can start antenatal now. And she's like, you sure? I say, yeah. She said, okay, cool, say less, whenever you're ready. And there is something about life when you don't know what is happening. Like, they tell you you've been living with HIV, for example. No one has told you that you have HIV. And then one random day, you go for antenatal and they tell you have HIV. The next 2 weeks, you will die if you're not serious. They tell you have cancer today. Cancers do not grow overnight. You have been with this cancer for long enough for it to actually manifest, in the physical, whatever that is called. But you go to the hospital and they tell you it's positive. The next 2 days, you deteriorate. Tell me why immediately after finding out I was pregnant, everything went south. Everything. I would vomit. I stopped going to the gym because apparently I had a bleed, subchorionic hemorrhage, which was going to cause me a miscarriage. Because, bro, I was lifting 5 kgs extra per day because a hard guy is a hard guy. So they told me, in fact, yambuza okola mirimu ki maama waffe tobanga weetika emigugu mu wino nanga nedda sebo sina na mulimu government yagaana okutuwa emirimu era sirina. So he's like, whatever you're doing that is so heavy, please stop it. Then I was like, I've been going to the gym. He's like, so I stopped going to the gym. Now I do walks. I'll go back like next year January when I'm like really, really safe. Now I'm safe because it has reduced from 77 millimeters to 17. So we are at least safe. And I started vomiting. Before I started this life, I wanted to start a little bit earlier. I had just had a meal. I had to return it. I'm not sure how these grasshoppers are going to treat me. But yeah, I'm a strong girl. The headache, I am bloated 24/7. I don't want to put on a bra. It's just too much. It's just too much. You pass on someone, they are wearing their best perfume and they're like, why do you smell like that? Who gave you the idea to put on perfume on this day? I think you can still go to the gym but avoid lifting. I see lots of pregnant women at the gym just doing cardio. Yeah, I will go to the gym, I'll do cardio, but for now I need to go slow. One, I'm not about to be smelling everyone's... Okay, one thing that really, really elevated when I got pregnant was... I'm making some, and by the way, if you just joined the live, but if you came from Instagram, I already told you I was going to be making senene. The only thing that elevated on me was the sense of smell. Yeah. So anything you do, if I'm speaking to you and your mouth is smelling, you don't have to speak twice before I throw up. If you put perfume, that is nice. If you put perfume, I don't care how good it is, I will still smell it and it will smell bad. Toothpaste, thank God I had saved our tooth powder for myself. But the gym right now is just another job. I will go back, yeah, for sure. January I will be safe, probably, and I'll go back and I'll do enough exercises. But for now, can't promise, my good sis. Hi, Janet. Janet, you are here. Okavara mwana, okavara. Daphne, my cooking dance, all the best girl. We love you. Thank you. I love you so much. It was a live YouTube notification too. Oh, that is nice. My ad manager has been calling me and asking what's up. Like, why? What's up? When are you going to upload again? I cannot stand the smell of food anymore. I don't have a favorite food anymore. I cook food, they cook food. If I think about it before I sit down to eat, I will not eat it. Or if I eat it, I will vomit it. You know, you eat just so you don't die. I mean, you have this parasite. residing inside of your stomach, and somehow it has demands and wants food, the audacity. When you're first time mom, you're like, oh my god, oh. Third time mom is like, get the fuck out of my body like right now, bitch. Get out, get out. I am the limuko wunko ye. Can't call him blame yes in none. Some send and the man are gonna work about once in offer. The gyms also need to create workout programs for pregnant women. Simple yoga, yeah. And then the other thing is gyms here really don't have like trained people for special needs. Yeah, they are trained to make you lose weight, to make you gain muscle, to make you do all these things, but pregnancy or special needs, you're on your own, my good sis. So the people who are craving insendene, all the best, my loves. But it's not going to be today that I serve you, because when I was crying yesterday, none of you came through to help me. Anyways, the idea is we keep on shaking like this, so we don't go anywhere. We keep on shaking like this until they produce their own oil, and then they'll dry out and stop being like this mushy. Yeah, so they will be firm and crunchy. So if you want to keep on, like say for example, get a spatula. I have this stainless steel here. You have a spatula and keep on going like this. That's your job, that's your business. I paid 30,000 for these grasshoppers. I'm not breaking them down. So the best thing to do is keep on turning them around like this, and then putting back down like that, like that. So yeah, are they fresh? Yeah, they were fresh. She just came in when we had already started working on them. They were fresh when I got them from the market. They were working, but they had already plucked off for me. Haha, you got this, mama. Yeah, of course I do, man. I do. The only thing I'm scared of is the episiotomy, because. And then Kampala hospitals. I really hope my good sis is not here to watch me talk about this fear again. Kampala hospitals. I should never have started nursing. I'll probably be somewhere now living a very good life. Very, very good. But no, I chose to become a nurse. And I know when someone is just trying to make money and make issues that are non-existent. But yeah, I trust my midwife. I trust the hospital I'm choosing to work with. We have come from the same community. She was in Ishaka Adventist. I was also in Ishaka Adventist. I've given birth to all my children in Ishaka Adventist. They're not super expensive. So yeah, I just cannot wait to go through this. As grasshoppers have started smelling. The grasshoppers, they have not reached Mbari. Yeah, they haven't reached in many places either. I don't know where people in Nakasero are getting them. But yeah, we got them. Have them at once and close the chapter. I find that spacing them too much really gets in the way of planning as a woman. Yeah, that's real. That's true. The fear is real. If I hadn't had my child, the second child, when I had her, like now the things I know right now, if you told me to say, for example, willingly have a child, I would cry. And I thank God that it actually happens without you knowing, and it just happens, and then you look at the decision, you choose, you weigh in, you choose with your consciousness, with everything, and you're like, okay, we're doing this or we're not doing this. So yeah, I'm glad it happens accidentally. I'm glad it happens without, knowing. Otherwise, you'd like fight or run away from it, because your childbearing is too much work. Even however bad I really want to keep going or like cook, I've just come back to this studio after like 2 weeks. I had a class last Saturday. I had to cancel it. It just wasn't making sense for me. I cannot go to school now because I wanted to go to school somewhere else outside of Uganda. So I can't go there when I'm pregnant, living alone, having to fend for myself in a foreign country. First of all, living on a budget, no. Send them over here, babe. No thanks. No, Daphne, please. Yeri inanasi zo zakaberebere onyesasere. Tukwedia. People say Bazungu don't space their kids, but it's for a good reason. They want them to grow together, and the woman wants to stop. If you find them spacing 1 year each, bro, kids are expensive in this Kampala. Having them is like death. It's like right now, I could just go and write my will. Nenkuleka yakatugeze kati ngeze nensene nenga bazikuwe. Because what else am I going to take in the way? Obakali your iPhone nenga bazikuwe. Because chances of me going in and not coming back is like 9 months ago you were okay. 9 months later you're not sure if you're coming back alive. But God's plan, indeed, always the best. Trust his timing. I'm going to trust in him, but it does not still stop the facts, you know, the reality of what life is like. I've been watching TikToks of women that have gone in theater and they don't make it back, something that could have been avoided, but just that is God's timing again. So the fear, the anxiety, the having to live in constant state of, you know, not being sure, you feel horrible. There is no way I could clearly explain to you how I have felt this month. I cannot explain it to you. I'm sure there are people who have met me with no bra. This is my hair, meanwhile. Yeah, that is my hair. Not that I'm like a big beauty girl. I really don't care. I know how to do makeup, but you'll not catch me doing makeup like in 3 months. I don't dress up, really like dressing up. But it gets worse that, what am I doing this for? Because I could just as well just now pack and go. Because, by the way, no. And imagine every other single day. I need to tell you something. Every other single day, I'm sorry if you're going to be an elder refugee, but every other single day, my consolation is like, at least I am a Gravida 3. At least I know what to expect. At least my body knows what to do. It's been there, it knows what to do. At least it's not going to be fresh. At least. But yo, the episode to me. Inshallah. I did 1 year in between each accidentally, and it's the best plan God had. Indeed. Because, and we thank God for you. It's been 3 years for me, but I'm also glad that I did 3 years between the 2 years and 3. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, so they understand now. They can have a conversation. They ask me every day, hi mommy, how are you? Is the baby making you feel bad today? Or when is the baby going to come? Like, they have those conversations, so I feel like they are going to like enjoy the process, as opposed to when I had Ruby and Sky was just turning 2. He couldn't speak. He would just look at the baby and be like, I also want to sleep here. Why is the baby sleeping there? But now they will know. I just hope so. They will know. And maybe it will be an enjoyable experience for all of us. I feel like the 3 years space between the 2 of them and this one was good, and I hope I can be able to space 3 years again and then give birth when I'm like turning 35, so that I'm done. I'm doing a table ligation, by the way. Death is inevitable. Don't think negative at all. Stay strong and positive. You got this, dear. All the best. Thank you. If you've been on my Instagram for a while, you know, when people ask me what is something you think about every other single day, one of my 3 answers is death. To me, death is not a negative thing, because it's one certain thing in life. It's the only certain thing, okay? It's the only thing that is for sure coming. You are not sure if you'll become rich, if you will maybe eat for lunch, if your mouth will stay, but you know for sure you will die, okay? You just don't know when. So I think about death like every 2 to 3 working seconds, okay? And it's not a negative thing, by the way. But yeah, I know for sure if that is what God wants, that is what God wants. Because imagine if He asked me, I wouldn't be here smelling something I spent my money on, wanting to cry because it smells bad. Okay? Let me turn again so that the people who are seeing the grasshoppers can see. So, yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but they have like started to dry. At the bottom, you can see there's like, I don't know, the glossy fat. So they've started becoming glossy, they are dry. I've reduced the heat. Yeah, I need to test one so that I taste the salt or not. That's why it is even mash. No. I can't see it. Come yes. The government so I was like, yeah, let me just talk about it and share maybe on Instagram and walk the journey with a few people who are also on it. And then we see how to rant every day. Because back then, you know, children are a blessing. And I in no way say it's not true, because I've seen people struggle to get one. I have seen the troubles of having a child, and I do not take it for granted. But that does not take away the fact that their coming is unnecessarily dramatic. It is too much. They are doing too much. You could just, come. You're already going to stretch me out. Relax. Relax. Okay? Why am I spitting everywhere? Why am I eating my favorite foods and I'm vomiting it? Like, what do you want? You should have carried your own food from wherever you are coming from and just let me do my job of carrying you and keeping you away from danger. But what is all the drama for? I know you are a blessing, but can you keep yourself together? Like, give yourself the gift of order. No, they will choose violence every day. Do we have a women's hospital just for pregnant women and reproductive health? I think we do. I just don't care so much for them, especially in this Kampala. Yeah, most of the hospitals here in Kampala, for lack of a better word, they treat mothers like they are stupid. That's what I'm going to tell you. It's like you come in with a panic or something so small, and they see an opportunity to make money. I don't know how to explain it to you, and it's not that I don't have the money, it's because I know the information. So even if there was a hospital dedicated to mothers, I wouldn't take myself there willingly. So I prefer going in a general hospital. In fact, meeting a midwife as opposed to a gynecologist. I've never had a gynecologist. I've worked with midwives for both my previous children, and the experiences have been good. When I leave the hospital, I don't go back until immunization. I don't go back for, the tests after 6 weeks, because I've not had any complications. But yeah, also the hospital I was going to was really good. It's like the people back home kind of care for the moms. Their health education talks, they teach you. Here they are pumping you tablets, supplements after supplements. Bros, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased about Kampala, but yeah. Hi Joanne, how are you? Spitting is killing me. Yo, Sam, Fiona, Sam, we need help. I don't know, I used to take ginger and ginger is no longer helping. I take a boomba, like ngena nafune a boomba si mumba nafune boomba naye ne boomba teriyamba nywa amazzi aganyogoga kati awo nensesemera ddala. So I really don't know, but yeah, we have to brave it until these first few bad months pass, and then we see. Tibble ligation, what about number 4? Yeah, after number 4 I will do bit here. I'm still thinking about it because so if I show you the clip, I had someone record of me getting TT. It's still there, it's painful, really. I had my visit on Monday. I fear needles. You know, sometimes I see like videos on like Instagram and people are having like small needles pressed in their face. And I'm like, banaya kati bino bonsasulira bino unvayo buvine ngamba nedda mukwano sigenda kukkiriza. The needles, no. But yeah, if I'm to do a obligation, it would be like on the wall, really. But it's an option because I don't know if I'm willing to do the other family planning methods available. Maybe a coil, but like after 4, okay? They do treat mothers that way, and it's the same principle around the capitalist world. I wonder why. They treat us like we are stupid. I have been in labor. Okay, this is the thing. When I was a nurse, I admit, we used to also be like, you know it's painful, can you please brave it? Like, don't scream. But I've been in labor twice. I have experienced labor pains twice. And you will not be telling me to shut up. I would have to think about it for myself and be like, I'm embarrassing myself. Let me not scream. It is painful, my good sis. And here in Kampala, if you like squish, like twice, cesarean section, you're down. Here, moms don't have a choice. They have a choice, but they are sold a lie. The fear is instilled in them from the very word go. 1, you're short. 2, you're old. 3, you're RPG. You'll not be able to push. It's getting late. It's getting long. Man, it's just, they just instill fear in you from the very word go that you give in and end up either into a cesarean section or in an emergent state, or if you don't comply, the whole hospital is like now against you. Like that's the mother who doesn't want to comply. There's a friend of mine, I felt so sorry. I left when she had already like dilated up to like 7, 8. And I just reached home and she told me the doctor was leaving. They had to take her to theater. They induced her when she was progressing where they stopped her from ambulating. When she was around 6, they're like, sit down. Like, what do you mean sit down? I thought I could ambulate around and, you know, fasten the process of labor. No, sit down, don't move, no attendance, nothing. And then they go on ahead to induce. Like the whole system here, it's like they teach them something and then they also teach them how to make money, which is the whole institution of, you know, medicine, I mean, because when you go in the hospital, it's very rare for people to teach you how to use the food, how to eat, how to feed your body. They will pump you antibiotics, rather multivitamins. You've seen people treat flu with vitamin C, tons and tons of vitamin C. Go and do your research. Go and do your research. But that information is not given, and when you are a mother, especially in pain, like what choice do you have? You already, it's like already 50-50. You could make it or you couldn't make it, so you can as well just let us make you make it, and then you just decide, you know. I wish you could give birth here just for the experience. You would never go back to Uganda hospitals. Law, just for the experience. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could, but it's super expensive, and yeah, maybe if I'm doing an epidural, but the pain is the same. My vajayjay is still going to burst, okay? They still have to suture me, I still have to deal with everything. So yeah, since I can't afford it yet, I think we'll just have to do it here. Yeah, but I would love to experience that. Yeah, it's really, really horrible. We don't look at it like that, but from a point of no, I feel like it's unfair. And in the long run, it's not safe for anyone, not the moms, not the families that are going through that problem, the trauma. You know, you're excited about all this and then you go in and you come out all scared and no longer able to even think about things straight. But yeah, what to do? If you're an accountant, go and count money. Very true. Scream twice and it's a C-section. I am telling you. And that pain is unbearable. You do not know I'm not saying C-section is bad, but it's something you do in an emergent state, okay? It's something you do last resort, not something you just do just because, you know. First of all, it affects the child. You've seen the statistics right now. Most of the children born through CS are having these hundreds and hundreds of allergies. They are having all these, do some research, okay? The moms are never able to like get their back together. Bro, it's too much for them to be putting it in first priority. And I know we have to normalize it, but it's just too much for it to be in first priority. Give me other options. Give me the education to choose if I want to take the supplements or if I want to eat properly. Do you understand? Yeah. And the other thing is maybe because we are copying a lot of the Western world. That's what I think. Smelling. Let me increase some fire and I see. Wow, very true. Scream twice and listen. Amanda, that's insane. Is that even legally allowed? Yeah. Which one? Why? What are you talking about legal? Who is the legal? Who's going to be there for your legal teeth? If you've gone to the hospital, let me tell you, when, I don't know if you understand Luganda, but there is a saying in Luganda that says, when someone instills fear in you from a point of your ignorance, not that you're ignorant or stupid, but because you don't understand what is happening, to you it feels like, if this child does not come out right now, I am dead. Okay? Like, this is too much for me to bear. It's bearable. I'm not saying that it's really, really unbearable. I've done it twice. No epidural, no painkillers. But to get someone in labor, add pitocin on them, or miso, whatever induction they use, add them more pain, induce more fear in them, and like tell them, this is not how normal things happen, this is not how this happens, this is, da, 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 da. Like, I have watched midwives in our small hospitals deliver breech vaginally. Here your child is like straight, they'll even look in the scan. They told me my son was big. He was born at 2.9 kgs. And I was doing the scan in a town hospital. So what I'm telling you, it's not like you're going to go to the hospital, to the pharmacy and be, rather the police, and be like, they did a CS section on me when I didn't want, or something like this. No. You do not think about it like that in that instance. To you, it's something that was done to save your life. So it may be not legally accepted, because I mean, when you go to hospital, they don't teach you like, to school, they don't teach you like that. But when you come out, you have to make money. You have to survive. And that is the whole institution. That is what they are all doing. All of us, we are doing the same thing. I wish just more medics were open to teaching, especially moms, on how to feed their children, on how to feed themselves, on how to like use food as medicine, as opposed to, here is a supplement, take this one. Here is this one, take this one. Here is this one. You swallow, you swallow, you swallow, you swallow the whole time. So I don't know, but yeah, we gotta make money and a living and everything. And that is my fear, especially in the really, really first class countries, because it's like, what do you mean you want to do it yourself? I'm gonna do it for you. You're gonna pay. Okay, the grasshoppers look like they are getting ready. Talk about food being medicine. You know, I don't know. I may not have gotten the best experience when I was in nursing school, but one thing that hospital taught me, it was ethics. Like, doing the right thing even when no one is seeing. We would have health education talks with the moms, like on YCC, young child clinic, we go there and have health education. The HIV clinic would teach people how to boost their CD4. Like, they would, health education was something serious. You'd have to teach people about food and how it helps them. help this medicine treat them. They may not get off the medicine because most of the times people really come in hospital when they are already worse, but like teach them, let them know, as opposed to telling them stop this, stop this, stop this, stop this. Here is a strip of supplements. Go and swallow these ones, you know, because in the long run it's medicine. Your friend's experience was my first experience, and now 2 VBACs later, you are speaking the truth. Give us natural information on how to eat after birth. I will share my experiences. The reason I actually shared today, because who was going to beat me if I actually didn't share that I'm pregnant, say for example. I wanted to share this so that this one chance, now that I have a platform. On my last child, I didn't have like really a big platform, and I was enthusiastic, bro. But like, yeah, now that I have a platform, I really want to do this with you guys so that we see how to go about it, but the traditional Ugandan way, okay? Don't expect anything fancy here or anything first world. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear the sound of the grasshoppers. Like, can you hear it? They are now dry and crunchy, and they are not burnt, and they are still intact. It's a good day now. But I want them a little bit drier than this, so that when I keep them and they stay for long and I come back, I don't find them they have like died. Let me get some water. So yeah, the grasshoppers are ready. I think even if I go, it's congratulations to all of us. The new aunties on the block send me money for my cravings. What is happening? Oh, it's starting to glitch. Does it want to go? Yeah, so I can't wait to share the experience with you guys online. I'll try to record as much as I can. I'll try to come live as much as I can. Better days are almost here. I can feel it. Thank you so much for joining the live. If you still craving senene, please go to Nakasero. That's it, that's it. This is the standard, okay? If you want butunguru, onions, green peppers and carrots in your senene, go on ahead and add them. I don't like them. Naturally, not just because I'm pregnant now. I don't like them. I don't want them. The textures just don't match for me. They make my grasshoppers a little bit soggy, and I don't like it. But if that's what you want, please go on ahead and add in even tomatoes. Ne tomato paste also take them. Senta ziba zizo, senene zizo, gas wo. Okola byoyaga. Sitacho dear. Congratulations and thanks for sharing. Thank you for being here, Cafe. And your little one who is on the way, thank you. I don't like them too. Yeah, they don't. And I said this last year, and one of the friends from Central almost wanted to swallow me. Like, what do you mean you just want to eat grasshoppers which are plain? Which ones are onions? Let the grasshoppers be grasshoppers. You said to eat bugs, just eat them. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you soon. I am also planning on being really active, because I'm not actively doing anything outside of just being pregnant and fussy and moody and sleepy. When I take my anti-vomiting tablets, I be high, so I sleep like the whole day. Like I can sleep, say for example, the whole night and wake up tomorrow like at midday. Like I wake up and go pee, come back and sleep, and like that. Have a successful, blissful, healthy pregnancy. Thank you so much. I really hope that's the case. That's been the case the previous two, so we're here now. Thank you so much, Daphne. We need 2 pineapples. You cannot believe that how many pineapples I ate on Sky. Now I do not want to see a pineapple, anything a pineapple. Last night Agri came home and he was like, I've brought for you pineapples and mangoes. Should I cut for you anything? I was like, who are you talking to? I stopped eating those things a long time ago. I forced myself, I would vomit them, but I don't do it willingly, please. Yeah. So just send me money instead of pineapples, okay? I want to cut the line off, but I'll be bored. It doesn't take 10 minutes. Okay. Now they are really, really dry and ready. Nga twali akaberere mwana gwe nga twali ennaanansi naye kati tonyumiza naye era kati tulinde second trimester oba oliawo osika ensenene n'omulawo leero lukulemya. Anyway, one last time. And that's it. We call it a day, don't we? I'm going to leave them on here for a few minutes. And then I'll transfer them when they cool and go back home. Yeah. And I'll see you soon in my next videos. Bye. Thank you for the congratulatory messages. That's the word. Yeah. Love you so much. Thank you for tuning in big numbers. I refuse to crave at my expense. Good luck. Kale, where do I cut it off from? Bye. Good night.